of CSUDH's postseason. My name is Kuno. I'm here today with
Kusho, ex-mid laner for the Cardinal team.
I think it's going to be a really good game today. DH have, done a lot of work to prep for this playoff game. They've been working endlessly at the drafts here, and I've spent a lot of time working with them and seeing their thought process, and I have to say, I think they do really want it this semester. So DH looking to pick a little bit different than they have the past few weeks. The Nunu's going to come out. The Jax is typical of what we'd see from Max. Jax and Gnar are probably his best two champs. Surprising that UAH have not banned it out. They have banned 3 mid laners on Dubon Pike, looking to expose his champ pool a little bit. The Orianna comes out, played, I believe, 1 game of Orianna last week, and DH got a 2-0, so let's see how comfortable he is on that pick. Um, DH here banning the Malphite, UAH banning out the Alawi at the top. It's a little bit hard to see, I apologize. And the Ivern gets banned out on the jungle, which is interesting. Considering that Nunu was already picked. Actually, that's my mistake. The draft was done prior on a website, and so they're just following the order of which they would have picked. The Sivir comes out, a little bit of a hyper carry. I don't know if you know this Kusho, but Sivir, kind of a strong champ after about 50,000 minutes. Once you get on that 4th, 5th, 6th item, that's when the game really starts to go well. But don't you think this Nunu is a pretty good pick into something that wants to win early?
Yeah. Back when I played with the team, Nunu was actually always banned for Kevin here because it was his highest winner at champion, and people are just not like fully cohesive in a team environment to be able to dodge the Nunu's early ganks. The Nunu has the easy smite potential with the Q. Smite, you can just smite something at like 1,600 and it'll just secure objectives. I also like the Nunu here because Orianna is able to just throw the ball on top of the Nunu, and then as soon as the Nunu snowball hits someone, it's just going to be 100-0.
I will say, in terms of UAH's team comp, I personally feel as though they're lacking a little bit of engage. I'm not sure if you agree.
I think they have engage, but it's very conditional, which, you know, it's not going to be easy to play out because all they have here is really the Morgana Q, and that's a long range thing. So it's just going to be really hard to just CC chain anything. But if this Udyr is able to get ahead, he's able to just run down most of these other characters. So it'll be really easy to follow up on that.
And so we should be hopping game very, very shortly. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright guys, we are loading into the lobby. This should be a good game one. I'm kind of hoping for DH to have a very aggressive early game. Oh my god, I'm on the screen. Hello, guys. Um, so yeah, DH should look to get aggressive with this Nunu. Maybe a 3-camp clear into a gank on mid lane. Diana maybe a little too mobile to look for it, but I think Kevin, one Autumn Leaf, should be looking for ganks heavily here. Can't see what ability he started. No invade either. Looking to just be a normal, chill early game. Like I said, UAH, they want to be looking to scale into the late game with the Sivir. The Sivir on 4, 5, 6 items will be a really, really strong champ that DH need to look out for.
I'm noticing right away that the Aatrox here took Ignite top lane. So if Kevin is able to early gank this Aatrox and put him behind, he's going to be behind like probably a level and a half XP. If he gets like a level 3 gank maybe, level 4. And that'll just be really easy to snowball the Jags because I feel like no one can really stop this Jags once he gets on top of them. Little trading going out here from Oriana onto the Diana. Rune set. I'm surprised that Kismet here took the first strike though. I would say especially because they're going into a double range matchup. I would have preferred Blade, but he's able to control the lane with the Swain. He'll be able to get a lot of damage out.
I think something really early in this, or something to look out for in this early game. Pretty good trade on mid. This Diana is chunked out. Something to track here is Kevin on the jungle cramp. He is starting Raptors. He's going to look to clear Krugs, maybe a gank, maybe some ping going out in the bot lane, ping to push in this wave. This Caitlyn will do really well if the wave is pushed in. Should outrange, should be able to play the brush on this bot side, prevent them from even getting up to the wave like we are seeing now. And this Swain here is Junior's, it's his bread and butter pick. He's picked it a lot. I know you've played with Junior for a while, and so talk to me about his Swain and what it can do in game.
Oh my. Junior Swain is his best pick by far. He's able to solo carry any game. Once he gets like a kill or two, he's just going to snowball and transfer it all over the map. He'll start roaming. He'll start collecting objectives. He will for sure play with Kevin here so that they could take over the map if he gets that lead. And it does look like DH is really winning these early trades out a lot. This Diana already less than half HP. And these this bot lane is already pushed in here. And I feel like Jags, as long as he plays safe, hopefully this Nunu game coming in soon, they're going to be able to punish this Aatrox and just at least burn his flash, if not kill him, and just set him even more behind.
Yeah, this Sivir Morgana duo can't even walk up on this bot lane. Just getting not really chunked out, but they're trying to preserve their HP bars. Udyr is here to cover. Maybe Udyr will look for Scuttle Crab and gank, or just straight up gank. Can't tell if it's warded or not. So there is a ward there, so they should know that maybe coming through. Caitlyn looking for a chunk. This might be a horde, but Root comes on from the Sivir. Caitlyn should be dead. And Udyr is on the screen. Gank does come through, but Junior does get the kill. And again, outside. Does the Jax have a counter strike? It looks like he does. This should be a kill. 2 for 1, not that bad in this early game.
Well, it's a 2 for 2, but
Was it
it's a 2 for 2 here. Yeah, trying to get it down. I really think that it's overall better for the Jax here because it'll make him be able to snowball it a lot faster.
Yeah, can you reset the speed? It's on.
Heads up.
little bit of technical difficulty, but there is a fight going on in this top side jungle. Junior is charging on. Snowball doesn't connect. Kevin is dead to this Aatrox. This Nunu is not really looking so effective. Not as much as DH was hoping. Already was with the electric tree. Or not electric, sorry. I don't know what my eyes are saying. Big counter strike! Onto the two. They can't get this Aatrox. They recovered that play.
Wow, yeah, I'm really impressed by Doombot Pike's play here. He flashed W'd himself to kill the Udyr here, which is this insane mechanic Orianna players that not many really know of. Since because he already used his Q, he's not able to proc that extra damage, but because he flashed outside of the ball range into the Udyr, who's able to get that extra little bit of damage of being able to kill him off, and then the rest of the team just collapsing properly. I am curious though why the Jax took so long in rotating. I'm not sure if he was under turret, but I feel like there was a bit of a miscommunication there, and I don't think the Nunu had to fall if they just properly calmed that they were gonna keep that fight going. Blocking from Nunu here. This Morgana spell. Being able to pull her, that Morgana's gonna die for sure. Give it to the Caitlyn. Amazing. Jax here up to 2 levels. Gonna be able to kill the Aatrox here as long as he dodges. Get a jump in. Nice Q from the Jax onto the Aatrox. This Aatrox is severely behind. And as I said before, this Aatrox does not have TP. He has Ignite. He was supposed to win lane and just snowball early on, but this Aatrox is probably down 2 levels at this point. Like this, oh my god, this Aatrox is in such a bad position. And Nunu here is going to be able to get this early objective. Nunu being known for just securing objectives very easily, and especially with this early game lead that DH have been able to acquire. They're going to be able to start snowballing these dragons. The Udyr did get the Void Grubs, if I'm not mistaken, on the top side though. So it's a little trade dragon for 3 Void Grubs.
How did the Aatrox end up 2 levels down? I have like absolutely no clue. Excuse me. But yeah, this early game, you know, it's been a little up and down. It's looks pretty volatile, but DH coming out on top with about a 1k gold lead. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Level up top, level up in jungle. Big counter strike coming down. This Aatrox is chunked. Can Max play this? It's a fat wave with the Aatrox. Aatrox a little misplaying, and then Jax having to Q away. Udyr is here to cover. Maybe if the Jax looks to overextend, the Udyr could punish. Oh, dive in, counter strike. This should be a kill. Udyr is here to cover. Can the Jax get out? Ignite burn should be good. Qing away, and he's out. Oh, ult pops though. Kevin's not there to help. Yeah, but solo kill on top. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, this Jax is 4-0. It's looking amazing for Max over here. Not only up 10 CS, but that is just an extra 1,200 gold. This whole gold lead is basically on this Jax, and once he starts split pushing, this Aatrox is not going to stand a chance. And then Junior here with the kill and 4 assists. It looks like the CS is pretty even for the most part. Actually, Nunu behind 10 CS on the Udyr, but it's not much of a problem because you just need like 1 or 2 items on the Nunu and you'll forever be useful. It does look like both are going to build for a Leandre's here, maybe. Leandre's on Udyr though. I haven't seen that in a while, and it's just... I really don't think they need more damage. I think this Udyr needs to be a frontline for the team because it's only Aatrox up there who's going to be able to tank a little bit of damage, so I'm not really sure about this Leandre's pick here.
Aatrox isn't really even like a traditional frontline, generally speaking. Even though it is a melee champ, you're looking to, you know, maybe catch a 1v2, 1v1s on side lane. Generally in team fights, you're looking to TP in. He doesn't even have TP. So this Aatrox really has no in. So really the only form of hard engage or a way to start the fight that UAH have is the Morgana. It's really, I mean, DH, not necessarily that their comp is better or worse, but just the Jax having the Q counter strike, you know, having the Nunu. Just you have options really, which I think DH has done a good job on drafting. You're looking for this gank here. Nunu is here to cover. Drifted Kevin! Drifted! Oh, the Morgana spell shield comes out. It's good. Junior flashing forward, maybe getting a kill. Big 2 kills on this boss side. DH. They're killing it. They're killing this early game.
Yeah, really well played from Kevin here on the counter gank, and the fact that Junior popped Swain ulti very early on, and I don't know why the Udyr and the Sivir stayed once the ult was popped. I feel like they should have backed off. They have no damage at this point in the game to just kill this Swain, so he's just gonna be able to drain their life away and just stay healthy himself. And then the Sivir did have a good spell shield. Her own W passive was able to block that first Nunu snowball. But then after with that Swain flash and the E on the pole, they were able to secure that easy kill. And now this Caitlyn is up around approximately 800 gold onto this Sivir, and then just there's no way they're gonna be able to get on the Caitlyn this whole game. They have no, as we said before, no hard engage to be able to get on this Caitlyn. She's gonna get peeled into oblivion. They have 3 frontline. They have the Swain, the Nunu, and the Jack. So I honestly, I would say this game is over already. There's no way they're gonna be able to team fight or even split push because the Jax is so far ahead. They have no split push. They have no team fight. It's just, I would say it's over at this already. Like it's, and they get the Void Grubs right now. It's just over.
No shade though. DH do have a little bit of an inting gene. They can't throw away leads. Big gank on this Aatrox. I mean, I don't know how big it is. He's probably worth like 100 gold at this point. He is down so much. But yeah, DH, I think they just need to, play for objectives. Just farm, play smart, right? I've definitely seen DH get close to throwing some of these leads before. It has happened. Like here, Ori able to get out with the blast cone, but that's something that could go wrong, right? Ori was, at 1/3 HP. If Ori goes down, they start getting, waves and they start clawing their way back into the game. It's definitely losable at this point for sure.
I feel like it would be losable once it's like 50 minutes. I really, this might be a caster curse, I'm not gonna lie, but the way DH are playing right now, this Jack's being so far ahead, being able to 1v1 this Aatrox whenever he wants. He's going to be a lot more useful in the team fights too. It could happen, but a lot of wrong needs to happen for UAH to be able to go here. Junior popping the ulti here. This Morgana is going to go down for sure. He's already cut off, took the wrong pathing. Can they get the server though? I really doubt it. Oh wow, no way this Morgana got out. I'm not sure where the Orianna W went because I really feel like that should have been a kill 100% here. Jack's going in onto his Aatrox here. There's a little trading going on, but the fight is over.
And DH did lose Drake there, which is an unfortunate thing. There were 4 people on the boss side that weren't able to get. I'm not even sure who finished the Drake. Maybe Diana, if I remember correctly. Might have been Diana or Udyr or one of them, but DH unable to stop the Drake, and so they're equal grubs, equal Drake, which is a pretty good thing for UAH. That could easily go swing differently, right? DH could get the Drake, put them at a huge disadvantage, and so now UAH don't have as much pressure to feel the need to fight, to chase down and stop the soul points. Basically, I think the only way UAH can get back into this game is literally a lot of screaming coming from outside. But honestly, the Sivir just needs to farm, get to about 9 items, and then just play front to back. Udyr, everyone throw their lives at the front line and hope Sivir can just do enough damage to pull through. But yeah, this matchup for Aatrox is like a horror. I don't know what happened in this lane. Nunu is here to cover with the snowball. Maybe. Oh, he's rolling it in. Does land on the Aatrox, but DH opting to chill out instead. Big fight happening on this boss side. Sivir chunked out to half HP. Does Junior have anything? Midnight coming down. The Sivir should be dead. This bot. I think the DH bot side, like, if there was MVP for the specific team, I think everyone has played really good. But I think Kismet, the level of consistency that he's shown really throughout the season has been super impressive. And his champ pool is pretty wide too. He's on the Xayah, on the Caitlyn. not really remembering what he's the Jinx. He's played a wide variety, and really just this boss side is so consistent throughout all the games.
Yeah, I agree, but I would honestly give a lot more credit to Kevin here because he's made Kismet's life a lot easier than most ADCs would get. Kevin has been really guarding his lane throughout the season. I've noticed he's been playing a lot of facilitators, and it's just really been making Kismet's life a lot easier, as well as Junior being able to just hard engage or peel for him properly. You know, an ADC as a role, if you have bad teammates, you really can't do anything. So I really would give a lot more credit to the rest of his team for just making his life a lot easier.
You know, I didn't realize though. I will admit, didn't occur to me that the Morgana and the Sivir both have shields to stop this Nunu snowball. We are looking for this gank maybe to even out the top side, but this Jax is just too mobile with his Qs. 5-0. Jeez. Not to flame. We're just having conversation. You know, I think Max does have an aggressive bones in his body. He is very much looking to fight, and so just being up 5-0 just enables you to pretty much do whatever you want. 5 on the jungle, looking to maybe engage out the Junior. You kind of don't have anything. It's a big fight. It's really close. Junior with 2. Can Kismet clean up? Kismet with the 3rd. Looking to chunk down this Aatrox. This should be the 4th. Junior here to help. Oh, this is an absolute horror for UAH. Kismet with the 4th. Penta? No Penta. I don't even know who got the 5th kill. But that was a massive fight from VH. That puts them up 6k gold, and this game should just be over, right?
Yeah, I called it a long time ago. This game is pretty over. Really weird though that they burned all of their ults onto the front line and they just let the Caitlyn free fire from UAH. I have no idea why they didn't try to target this Caitlyn. But as I said before, the Caitlyn has 3 frontliners being able to just protect her, so she was just able to freely auto away. The Swain ultimate was huge. The Nunu ult was massive. They got so many people in those ultimates and just made the fight a lot easier here. And then there goes the Rift Herald for Nunu. This DH is snowballing this really well up. What is that? 7,000 gold against UAH. 17 minutes in. No team should be up this much gold this early on in a game, and it's just gonna be able to snowball for the rest of the game. I feel like this game is pretty much over.
So if we, again, hopefully no caster's curse. Honestly, we could have the discussion of, you know, what UAH can do in the next game to really change up their draft, because I personally feel like their team lacks a lot of engage. Like we discussed how the Caitlyn was able to free fire. This should be a kill. We can move on. It's a little too easy just getting caught out pushing that bot wave. But really, they don't have engage to get onto the Caitlyn, onto the ADC, right? And so how can you can't even play the team fight. Like it's just unplayable, especially down this much gold.
The only thing I could possibly recommend is for this Aatrox to get a red trinket and just try to gank this Caitlyn here and hopefully being able to kill her while the rest of the team is focused on the other side, because that is the only way for this Aatrox to get sneaky pathing, just get on top of this Caitlyn and then just being able to one-shot her. But that won't come until really late in the game. He's super behind. He's down a level on the Jax. The CS is kind of even, but he's just in a really terrible spot right now, and besides that, I really see no other way. Maybe just Diana and Aatrox can both just like flash forward onto the Caitlyn, but if they ignore the rest of the team, I still think like DH has so much damage on the other champions that they have available at their disposal right now. Yeah, I see it's just near impossible to be able to get onto this Caitlyn, who's just so far ahead as well. Up a whole item on the server here. It's just really hard. And it's Swain, they just purchased a Zanya. He's gonna be able to just create so much space for this Caitlyn and Orianna to do damage while he's just in stasis and they're not being able to do anything, as he does damage with his ultimate ability as well.
This game is cooked.
Yeah.
This game is in an absolute terrible spot. Honestly, like I honestly feel for UAH. I honestly don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened on this top side. like, and then just walk them down. Kismet, a little greedy, probably maybe a little unnecessary, but yeah, not gonna get ahead of ourselves. They're still, DH still needs to close out this game. I want to see them close it out cleanly, carry in a lot of momentum. I think the worst thing for DH right now would be for the game to stall out. If the game stalls out, maybe one lost team fight, and maybe they don't necessarily lose in this game. Oh, Kevin, a little greedy, but they're so far ahead. But I think something really important is to not get overly excited because you are winning by a lot. Even if they close out this game, there's a complete game 2 and game 3, right? You have to mentally reset yourself, and you have to build up that lead again. Because I think this is pretty consistent across all games. Once there's a break between the matches, or misplays that start to pile on, it can really be a problem for teams. So chokes happen, comebacks are given all the time in esports, right? It's a really common thing, and so I think DH just need to keep this mental focus, not get too ahead of themselves, and just really take their time and play whatever's in front of them.
Yeah, I think I believe it was last week actually, they won their first game, and then they started changing up drafts, trying new things, and then because they got super excited, super eager to just close it out, they forgot their basic micro and macro, and they just lost game 2 because they were too hyped up for the first game. So I agree, they need to just be able to keep this lead. I want them to cleanly close this out. I want them to keep getting objectives. They just got their Otacon, so that'll be really good. They should probably keep trying to, yep, perfect. As I was saying, they need to keep vision of the enemy territory, keep putting these wards in here so that they know where the enemy is and they don't get flanked, as I said, by the Aatrox or the Diana. They just need to keep not inting. They need to keep not inting. They need to make sure they play safe, they play as a team, because they do have a big team fight comp with this Jax Mingo would be on the side, so they just need to respect it. Amazing spacing here from the Orianna. Swain is covering her, so is the Nunu. It looks like they're gonna go into the Sivir here. No point in spell shooting. Oh, flash away from the Sivir. I feel like that was a blunder. You just accept your death at that point. There is no one near her, so that was a useless flash just thrown away.
I wonder, right? I'm not in the comms. I'm not really sure if the Caitlyn ulted the Sivir in order to get the spell shield out for the Nunu to land the snowball. Maybe a little techie, a little tech coming out from DH. Possibly some good comms. I don't know if they did that on purpose though. And sometimes it can be hard to tell at the collegiate level. But yeah, I'm kind of out of things to talk about at this point. We're just watching the game. They're just gonna clear out waves. They're just gonna push it in. How you doing today, Kusho? You doing good?
I'm doing great. I love coming back here and just being able to cast again. It's been a while. I haven't casted since a year. But it's just really great here. Looks like they're going to actually go for this Diana maybe. Ooh, a bit greedy. Heavy in here, but they're up. But 10,000, over 11,000 gold. This game is pretty far gone here. They for sure need to get this dragon. As soon as it spawns, looks like they're gonna go for it right away here, possibly. Yeah, the Nunu is going towards the dragon pit. The Kingling caught the blue buff here. Yeah, the Sivir is 0-5, keeping up in CS though. That's commendable, but it's Sivir. She just spams an ability and she just gets all the CS. So it's just near impossible.
I've been playing Sivir recently. Yeah. I played 3 games of solo queue, went 2-1. Yeah, 3 games. Yup. I do enjoy the Sivir, but my method is that I don't think that my elo, I'm hella low elo. Sorry, but I think teams cannot end games, and so the longer that games go on, the stronger Sivir gets, obviously. But at this level with the coordination, it's a little hard, right, to make games last, especially if they're down. What is it now? 47, 11k gold. It's rough. It's definitely rough.
It is rough. As Sivir, she's a really good facilitator, but she needs someone to engage for her. And again, they don't have anyone to engage for her, so she's not going to be able to output any damage. Unless someone from DH gets caught or they're all clumped up in a circle. It's just it's really impossible. I've said it multiple and I'll say it again. This game is done. So
I think something that I've quite enjoyed from BH's game is the Oriana, because I'm gonna be honest, I've been a critic of the past of Dubot Pike. I feel like a lot of the time, I think it's a little bit easier in a game like this where you're ahead, but I feel like at times the Ori can be a little aggressive split pushing. Two deaths I think is really good. Generally speaking, he's a little more aggressive, and I don't like there. He had the flash. Was it the flash W, the flash E play earlier? So flash W, and so it's not that he's like playing passively, right? It's that he's playing smart. He's playing with the tempo of the team. I think that's something that they need to keep up. They need to keep repeating that process, and they should have no problem going into finals.
yeah, I think the Rihanna has been really good here. I think what snowballed there really early on is in the level 1, 2, and 3, the Rihanna was able to chunk out this Diana and just burn the hero pod. Looks like they're gonna end here with the Baron buff. It looks pretty much over. The Udyr is top lane for whatever reason. Is not with their team. And it looks like they're gonna take this inhibitor, maybe backtrack a bit. Looks like Nunu's doing the Raptors, Jax on the bot lane. Looks like they're gonna back off, maybe get ready for the next objective here. Oh no, they're setting a trap maybe in the little top try, but they're gonna go top lane. They're gonna take that next turret, they're gonna play nice and slow, they're gonna have a clean closeout game here. And Jax pushing the bot lane, no one being able to answer him. I'm not sure, they're not really going for the wave, the wave's coming to them, that is why. And looks like they're gonna play it slow. They already have the mid inhibitor, so they're gonna play a 401 here. Diana is gonna try to stop this Jax here, but they're gonna slowly push it. They're doing really good macro movements right now. They're doing going on to the Aatrox. The Aatrox is going down. Swain being able to pop his ult, but they're just gonna disengage here. Really is well played from UAH, is waiting out the Swain ultimate. And we're gonna fishing for some Qs. Caitlyn is half HP here. Ooh, less than half now. Maybe they could jump on them. Jax is ignoring the Diana. He's not scared. He's still 5-0-1. This Diana is not gonna be able to do anything to him. DH with a reset. Looks like they're gonna maybe have one last push here. Oriana TPing topside where the Nunu is, but the Nunu's backing. Never mind, cancels it. That is a weird play. I don't know why the Oriana TP'd back in if the Nunu is just gonna reset here, but it's okay. They're up 12,000 gold, 11,000 gold. I think it's fine. They're not gonna have any trouble closing this game out. Jax here still on the bot side. This Diana not gonna be able to do anything. They are close to the level 16 though, so maybe with those level 3 ultimates, they're gonna be able to get maybe a pick, maybe come back a little bit for UAH. Aatrox onto the swing here. Swing is baiting mid. Zanya's good. Zanya's from Junior. Oh my god. Jax here is gonna get maybe. No, that's not Jax. Yeah, that is Jax. He's able to get caught here. It's big Swain ultimate. Caitlyn is picking up on the free fire. This Aatrox finally flashing onto the. Oh my god!
He got a penta! Yo, I'm telling you, Kismet's been frying. I completely agree. The team as a whole have done a really great job of supporting him. But man, Kismet is just absolutely frying. As DH will take game 1 with relative ease all the way through.
Yeah, really well played last team fight. Is Swain just buying so much space for that Caitlyn to be able to do whatever she wants. His Aatrox flashing in on her at this point, but nothing they could do. And that'll be game 1 for DH. And we'll be back when game 2 starts.
Alright guys, welcome back to game 2 of CSUDH versus UAH. Little bit of a mix-up in draft. Kusho want to provide some analysis as to what UAH did to mix up their draft and what DH did to counter it.
Yeah, so UAH does have a lot of more pick potential now. This mid lane jungle synergy is going to be really strong. This Ari is going to have, should have early game prio over this Orianna. And then with it being able to follow a little bit of trading here, actually. Looks like they're going to do a little bit of trading. The fight's going everywhere. Yeah, this Caitlyn's going to be able to deal a bunch of damage here onto this Urgot. Looks like Junion's going to look for a Q here. Oh, starts with the E. I'm not sure why he started either. He could have actually burned the Udyr flash if he started with the root. But, you know, it is what it is. Udyr's going to be forced to back here. Caitlyn got a little bit of first strike procs. Going to be able to earn a little bit of extra damage and some gold. And looks like the lanes are going to be back to normal. Kismet did not back. It's actually down a bit of HP, but it should not matter as much because this Caitlyn Lux is going to be able to have this push onto the Kog'Maw Lulu in theory here, as long as it all goes well. But as I was saying, this Ahri is going to be able to move around the map a lot more with the Udyr than the Poppy Orianna are, and the longer the fights are, the more damage that Udyr is going to do. A little bit of early trading going on here from Orianna onto this Ahri here. It looks like I would give that win to the Ahri, especially because the pot was earned. Junior here going for some poke damage with the Arcane Comet, getting that passive proc as well. Looks like they're going to go for the level 2 here, which is textbook for any Caitlyn Lux lane. And it looks like both junglers are top side. Looks like they're going to end up on the same side of the map here for the Scoto Crab. The Gnar Aurelia matchup though is a very skill-based matchup here. As long as the Gnar can kite the Aurelia, the Gnar should win, but one misstep, one little root from the Aurelia, and then this lane will just snowball here. Level 2 for the Aurelia here. You're going to be able to do so much damage onto the Gnar. I'm telling you, if this Gnar can't space and kite the Aurelia properly, then it's just going to be free kills for the Aurelia here. Bot lane pushed up against the Kog'Maw Lulu here. Already up so much more CS than the Kog'Maw. You know, it's to be expected. Kog'Maw is a super late game champion, especially with the Lulu. And you know, if they're able to get to that late game, they're going to be able to carry these team fights easily into DH's composition. A little bit of trading going now. A lot of abilities used here. The Lux already down below half of their mana bar here, and it looks like, yep, as I was saying, both junglers are bot side, so there's going to be a little bit of a scuffle here for the Scoto Crab maybe, but with how much prio the DH bot lanes has against Kog'Maw Lulu, this Scoto Crab should go in the way of Dominguez Hills. Ooh, that root barely missed here. Surprisingly enough, this Orianna seems to be winning the lane against the Ahri, which I'm really surprised by. Udyr here going for a gank onto the Dominguez's bot lane, but Junior is able to just flash onto the Lux. This Lux is probably gonna go. Ooh, never mind. Kevin here. Oh my God, Udyr be able to get the kill. Kismet's gonna die as well. Flash in from the Kog'Maw. And then a little bit of chunking going down onto the Orianna.
That's a little bit of a horror, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, DH they're looking, you know, to push in their lanes, but now push back. They got walked down by this Udyr, and the Poppy a little bit slow in the rotation, like you said. Just the Udyr and the Ahri are gonna have a lot more agency in terms of rotating around the map and walking down. And I mean, I think Caitlyn Lux, they have a lot of upfront burst, and they can trap you and they can stun you, but once all of that is gone, it's just super easy for them to walk up on you and really punish. Big 1v1 coming down here. Gnar just bouncing away. Big trade. Like, you know, that was a matchup that you were a little bit concerned about. You thought that the Ahri would have a big advantage over the Orianna, and there is still a lot of game to play. But Orianna looking to keep up so far. And UAH, actually on the left side, they look to be having a pretty good game relative to last one. Ooh, this turret shot taken from Aurelia. This could be a mess here. One more proc that Gnar should get. Oh, Q doesn't land, but the Poppy should be able to clean it up and maybe freeze the wave a little bit for Max to get back. He does have the TP. Yeah, I mean, UAH up about 1k gold, 900 gold, so not too shabby from them. It's definitely a way to bounce back from game 1. Like I said, 3 games is a lot of League of Legends. There's a lot of League of Legends to play, and you just have to, you know, put your head down and just keep grinding at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this top matchup here. I think that's where most of the gold lead is actually. The Nara being down 10 CS is really not how the matchup should go. I'm pretty sure Max hasn't played against many Aurelias because this Nara should be poking on this Aurelia a lot better, being able to get that movement speed proc with the landing the Q. And this Aurelia is really bullying the Nara, which it should be the other way around here. Aurelia already hitting level 6. Udyr might look for a gank here onto the bot lane of Dominguez Hills, but the Poppy and Udyr are going to see each other here right now. Poppy clearing out the ward. Maybe they set a little bait for Dominguez Hills to fall for, but no, with that Blossom being activated, they're just going to disengage, and Udyr's going to go back to his camps here. Nara being down 13 CS still. This I really is getting a free lane, and I really feel like Kevin should help out the top lane, but they're going to go down here.
Ori flashing out. You know, that's a good. Udyr didn't really waste anything, able to get out the Ori flash, and with the Ori no flash, now the Ahri has a lot more agency to play. Strong engage, all popping, maybe alt charm, it does land. Will Chung out for a lot, does have one more hard proc, and that's a big chunk of the Orianna. The Udyr, you know, this agency is really putting in a lot of work, and what a flip on the top side, you know. Max is down quite a bit. Actually, Max took Doran's shield. You know, not a League Pro, but I'm pretty sure Sword is the more optimal one if you know you're gonna have a lot more poke, right? Shield is typically the one that you would take if you're getting poked out, and so interesting choice of buy, but I'm sure there's thought process and logic behind it. And yeah, DH, you know, actually they clawed their way back. Did they get a? Did I miss a kill?
Yeah, the Lex here actually came and ganked the Ahri after the Ahri used her ultimate, and then the Orianna was able to just pop her ultimate onto the Ahri and just burst him down. So really good roam from Junior here onto the Orianna, being able to give that Orianna a little bit of a lead, a little bit of a gold lead and XP lead here. As I said though, this Orianna does have no flash down. The Ahri ultimate is gonna be back up a lot sooner than the Orianna flash. So this Udyr should really try to abuse the flashless Orianna right now, especially with the Ahri ultimate being able to close the gap. It'll make killing this Orianna a lot easier here. And a little bit of a response to your choice on the Doran shield here. I think it says a lot. I think as confident as Max was on this Jax, and just the CS disadvantage, the poke, the way Irelia is dominating this lane against Nara, I think he took the Doran shield because he does not know the matchup here. But Kevin here looking for a little gank here. Ooh, nice ultimate from Kevin here. This Irelia should die. Oh my god!
Oh my god, they're really with the double kill on the top side. Super well played with the ult, just able to get the resets with the keys. Man, that's crazy. You know what a flip, right? Maybe Aatrox not quite the pick, but this Aurelia is certainly looking like a bit of a game changer here. And the Aurelia is able to get a lot of plates on this tower. This could be a little bit of a rough one for DH. This Aurelia definitely can take over the game, and he seems to be having a lot of confidence. Kismet able to get back a kill on this Udyr, invading on this bot side jungle. I believe Udyr did get the buff, so DH able to, you know, find a kill and equalize it back, but definitely keep an eye on that Aurelia. Already has Bork, and Max is building boots first, which I think is typical on Nar, but most definitely this Aurelia is gonna be a pain in DH's side. They need to find a way to neutralize this, maybe nurse the top side and mid lane back in this game for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, this Aurelia is getting so much free damage down here. Yeah, really big misplay from Kevin here. Oh, they might go into this Aurelia. It's gonna hit him into the wall. Misses the wall, actually. This Ahri's gonna be able to get away for sure. They're not gonna be able to kill her yet. Flash blown. Unless, no, yeah. There's no way they're gonna catch up to her. But yeah, really big misplay on that 2v1. Aurelia known as a really... This is the stat checker champion. She's able to burst down this Kog'Maw though. Ooh, maybe to kill him. No, the Lulu peels for the Kog'Maw here. But all suns are blown except for the flash. So I really think Kevin should try to go and gank this volley now because topside is over. There's no way this Nara is going to be able to get back into the game until like minute 40. So Kevin really needs to just facilitate the rest of the team. I honestly feel like they should just abandon that Nara at this point. There's no way they're going to be able to do anything. And since these summoner spells are blown, I think that he should try to get this Caitlyn Lux ahead a lot more because as you saw when that Udyr was invading the Boo buff, they were able to burst him down so fast. So just keep trying to get this Caitlyn stronger because this top side is doomed already. Little Kevin getting a nice little trade going down. Lux keep landing, but not much is going to be able to happen. It looks like there's going to be a big team fight here soon, maybe. Gnar using his ultimate already. Actually, not. Ooh, this is really bad. This Gnar is out of the fight now. Flashing. I really think that it was a really big just panic flash. He was not in any danger at that moment. But, you know, better safe than sorry, as many would say. And I'm not sure who got the first Void Grub. Looks like the Mings are trying to turn onto the Ahri here. Caitlyn poked on her already.
DH need to be careful here. This Aurelia is here. Does get Poppy ulted away. That's a massive Poppy ult. DH can play this. They do go down. Luxo comes in. But this Udyr really tanky. They should be able to find a kill onto this Ahri. They're going to play onto this Udyr front line. Aurelia comes in. One reset. Able to get one on this Caitlyn. DH backing up now. Really about even. If Kevin didn't use the Poppy ult, the situation would have been way worse. UAH able to come out of that up top or up one kill and able to get 2 grubs. So really, really good fight by them. Max having to base there, and so he's not even in the fight. Even if he was really, I mean, he was chunked out for so low HP, no flash, no, really, I don't believe no ult, no anything. So really, really rough situation for DH there. Honestly, could have gone way, way worse. That could have been like a 4 or 5K there.
Yeah, the Gnar actually was in that fight. He was in the middle of all that combustion. He was in there, but he could not, as you said, he had nothing. He couldn't do much. He did push away the Kog'Maw and Lulu though. So because of that, Irelia was forced into a 1v3, and a really good Lux route there from Junior, really stopping that Irelia because that Irelia ulti should have done a lot more. But thanks to that route from Junior, Irelia was only able to get one, and it wasn't as bad as a fight as it should have gone. But this Poppy couldn't do. Oh yes, got the dragon. That's really huge. This Udyr should go down. Oh, he ran into the wall for some reason. Just really easy for the Poppy to slam him there, and it was a free kill. And dragon going to the side of DH. 2 dragons on the side of the Mingus Hose already. This would be really good to just give them a little bit of a breathing room because this I really is just out of control at this point of a whole item, I would say, against this Gnar. Gnar just running away every time this really dashes towards him. It's a nice banding here onto the Kog'Maw, but I really think that they should run. They're gonna die to this Kog'Maw, even though he's super low. Yeah, it's Caitlyn flashing away. Irelia onto the Gnar here. Oh, I think they might dive the Caitlyn, no, but going on to the Lux instead. And Irelia being able to... Oh wait, the Kog'Maw went down actually. So a 2-for-1. Or a 1-for-2 on the bottom side, and then Irelia getting a free kill onto this Gnar. This is Irelia just out of control here. Really bad. Just really bad situation that the Mingus is in right now. But only down around 1,500 gold, so it's not terribly bad. Looks like they're going to try to burst down this Urgot here. Oriana blown ultimate. Nice ultimate from the Poppy. Should go down. Yes, the Udyr does go down. That would be really good. Maybe they could trade straight 1 turrets here. But they really have no meaning wave to work with, so looks like, well, no, never mind. UAH is just gonna back off, which is surprising because I really feel like they could have gotten this turret here for free. I really backing in his face, and looks like Oriana's gonna back as well.
I would like to apologize to the audience for my bad eyes. There's a lot going on the screen, and so I love to spread misinformation on the internet. But you did say Urgot instead of Udyr, so I did. So you call me out for the Gnar play. I'll call you out. There's no Urgot. But yeah, honestly, this game is super even right now. At first, it was looking a little bit bad for DH. This Udyr's getting caught off spawn a little bit. They literally died, ran in, got caught by the Ori. So maybe griefing a little, but UAH do have feats. I believe feats like on average is like 70%, 60 something percent win rate. Like it's pretty high. Like it's a pretty good indicator of like a team likely winning the game, just because it's like such a big one. So we will see how DH are able to play. They're about even on gold. I would presume that most of the gold is on this Aurelia. Up 40 CS and 5 kills. Maybe the complete opposite of last game with the no TP Aatrox. I have to call it out one more time. It's a little crazy for sure. Yeah, I think both teams are just going to look to farm out. This Gnar honestly just needs to neutralize this Aurelia. Maybe just play with her a little, keep her in lane. Don't let her move too much. This Rift Herald coming up. I see you want to say something.
Yeah, I think that this Gnar just as you said, just needs to keep this Irelia out of these team fights, because if you don't count this Irelia, Dominguez is actually in a really good spot to just fight the Corbin for this Rift Herald. Trying to go for this.
Oh! They stole the Rift Herald! Kevin, that is absolutely massive. How do you get that? That is ballistic. They will get the Rift Herald, but DH do steal the buff, and they're not going to look to chase this down. They're just going to look to give. That is honestly like best case scenario right there. Not taking a fight with Aurelia. Big Q! Is there anything more? Caitlyn all coming down. They should have blockers. Yeah. This Lulu able to live with about a quarter HP. Big Oriole. Can they find anything onto this? DH have a lot of poke. They have this Caitlyn, Lux Ori. They should be able to just poke out this Udyr. I kind of again don't really see where the engage of UAH is coming from. They're getting stat checked by this Aurelia for sure, but I don't really like if they're just stay on the tower. They're big Luxol, big kill coming out from the Ori. They can't walk up. They can't walk out under tower. They're just stuck there, and that's just gonna lose them a lot of prio here. Drake coming up. DH will look for this. Is this a kill onto Lulu? Should be. Oh, it's so low. Lux or Caitlyn Q doesn't land, but yeah, I mean, DH are in this. If you ignore like top lane, DH are like completely under control.
Yeah, as I was saying, if this Gnar can just keep this Irelia away from the team, Dominguez is actually in a really good spot, because again, the only clear engage, not even clear, their engage is very conditional on the set of UAH. Like this Ahri needs to be able to go in and trim someone, and then Udyr can maybe follow up. And it's just this Udyr build, it's just so bad. I get the point behind it, but you have so much damage already. You don't need a Leandre's. Ooh, big Orianna ultimate here. Heaven onto this Irelia. Can they burst her down? Caitlyn will not be able to get near this. Irelia is going to be okay, in my opinion. Yet going to kill the Kevin here. They do trade junglers though, so this dragon is up for grabs by anyone now. Ahri missing the. Ooh, here being caught out. Kismet flashing into the. Irelia.
The Aurelia is so tanky. The Aurelia's item. They do for the shutdown onto the Aurelia. Charm comes out onto the Ahri. It's not a charm. It's the Gnar stun. This is absolutely massive. This Lulu is chasing down the Ori. You get out. You have. Oh, Miss Q. Oh, the Ori does get the Lulu. It was a little bit messy there. Can we get the dragon though? Can we, any dragon? Can we go for Drake? Yeah, we're pinging for Drake. Yup. That was a crazy fight. They finally got the shutdown onto the Ori, or not the Ori. Yeah, Aurelia. We're losing our minds over here. But yeah, if we just this Aurelia's up an item and tier 3 boots. It's really rough. DH just need to look for ways to find. Just poke them out. Orianna 6-4 with the 600 gold shutdown. It's looking really sweet. 6 and 4 assists with no deaths. Orianna having a really good time into this Ahri matchup.
Yeah, this matchup should not have gone this way. I really feel like the Ahri didn't use much of her pushing power in the early game, and because of that, Orianna's just being able to farm kills here. Like, you don't think of danger when you think of Orianna, but she's able to get ahead. The dragon here going inside of Kevin and Mega Hills. I really into the backline, but it's a 1v4. Ooh, maybe gets the Orianna actually trading. This Gnar. Oh my god.
Ult onto the Ari. Doesn't find. I don't know if the Lulu blocked this Kog'Maw. Chasing down the Lux. Able to find the Q in the root. Unable to dodge a skill shot. Lux scoring down to the Kog'Maw here. It's rough. But, I mean, they did get the Drake. They you know, WinCon, just get Soul. Just play it out. It's Infernal. They'll do a lot of damage. And this Aurelia is dead. The more the Aurelia is dead, the more time DH has to play the game. But yeah, what can you do against, like, this Aurelia doesn't care. This Aurelia's up, like, what is this? Almost a third, or the Aurelia almost has a third item now, and Max really only has cloth armors. Like, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. They just need to find a way to play around this Aurelia. What would you do, Kusho, in this situation? What would you be looking for?
At the side of Dominguez Hills, as I said before, this Gnar needs to keep this Irelia out of these team fights, because the Irelia is just buying so much time and space for this Kog'Maw Lulu. Like, yes, it's only one item, but if you just leave this Kog'Maw to free fire, as he has been, he's just gonna take over the team fight. And so this Gnar really needs to keep this Irelia into the side lane. Looks like Junior might look for a little bit of a poke onto this Irelia. Never mind, just gets a ward. But yeah, what I would do is just keep this Irelia out of the team fight and just try to fight the 4v4, because in the 4v4, the Dominguez is super strong. But with the Irelia, it's just a lot, like 10 times harder. But as you did say, they do have the soul point here, and it is an Infernal Soul. And with, especially with Dominguez Hills' comp, being able to poke and do damage before the team fight starts, if they do get this Infernal Soul, that would just make everything a lot easier. They will be able to get vision with the Lux E. They'll be able to just poke them down, burst them, and everything will come a lot smoother. Looks like this Poppy and Gnar might face check this. Oh my god.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Gnar looks like he's able to E out, and then ult coming out from Kevin, maybe a little not necessary. But the Aurelia really using their stat check to cheese the bush with the Udyr, looking for a free pick maybe to go on this Otacon. Really, I don't think I talk about the Otacon enough. I'm not really. When it first released, I felt as though it was really strong. Now I don't. I kind of like. Where would you, in terms of like Drake, Baron, Otacon? Do you think that like Otacon is weaker? Otacon is weaker than Baron for sure. But like, how worth to you is Otacon?
Otacon, I think early on in the game is very useful. It does give you a little bit of an XP lead and with just playing out damage. So it's always a good thing to get, but once you're in the point where the Dominguez Hills is with the soul point, I would for sure prioritize the Infernal Soul, because they need the extra damage. This little XP lead, I don't think it's gonna do too much in my opinion. It just comes down to execution here on who is able to shut down the Irelia or the Kog'Maw, because the longer these team fights go on, it's just the Kog'Maw's gonna take over. But I would not prioritize the Otacon very much. Like, if I were the Dominguez Hills, as they did, I would just give it right away. Let them scale a bit and to just get enough damage to burst down the enemy champion, so that the team fire just up one man already before it even starts. And this Gnar is getting maybe a little bit more useful now, but at this point Gnar is just a minion, a little CC minion. The only way he's gonna be useful is by getting a good ultimate. So as long as he is able to stun someone, this Orion and Pop can just follow up with the little combo, and then it's just a big wombo combo that needs to happen from Dominguez Hills, and Max seems to be the one to start this all off.
I think how many minutes until Drake comes out? Can't see, but we're 2
minutes.
Oh, it's about, the Drake is about to come up. This is a really big play for DH here, so we're gonna follow how they set up the Caitlyn. I mean, really, UAH will have a lot of trouble getting through the choke, right? Like, they do have the Ahri engage, but you know, if the Ahri gets hit by pretty much anything, if the Ahri gets touched, they'll die. Really no defensive tools, no Zhonya's there to defend. Max getting bullied out a little bit. A big ult into the turret. This could be a kill. Aurelia having to flash out. That's honestly massive. Burning the Aurelia flash. This Drake will be up. That's a massive turn. They are grouped for this. Baron up as well. DH could look for something big. Able to cancel out. Oh, Max having to flash out. He's living. it was really, really close. But DH, I think they just need to force tempo and go for Drake now. This Aurelia won't push in this tower, but DH just need to play for the soul. Sorry. UAH really have a decent positioning on River here. They're able to make it out of the choke. This Dragon down to about half HP. Poppy ult, or Poppy doesn't land anything. This Lux ult is coming down. Oh, they stole the Drake. This could be a mess. This Meteor's gonna absolutely walk through it down with the Lulu ult. Oh, double kill from Ori. This Ori's cooking, flashing away from the Kog'Maw. They can play. Oh, the Lux kills the Ori. They can play. Can they find anything onto this Udyr? The Lux will go down, but it's not that bad. They lost a soul, but it could have been way worse. It was super, super close. Unfortunate that it got stolen.
Yeah, this dragon being stolen really puts a wrench into Dominguez's plans, because that was really their only win con at the moment. Really big play from the Orianna though. 8-1, doing so much damage, being able to save the team fight a little bit. Udyr getting tier 1. I did notice though that the Orianna did TP out at the end there. I'm not sure why, when the Udyr was already onto the Lux, so a really bad usage of a summoner spell, but I get it, he was panicking, maybe thought Aurelia was coming also, so I get the urge to get out, and this Aurelia just taking the Grom, taking all the farm from Kevin here. It's just gonna put him more behind. He's 1-5 on this Poppy pick. I really think this Poppy did really good early game, but as the game went on with the Aurelia getting out of control, even though Poppy can't stop dashes, he can only stop them for so long, and it just makes this game impossible, because Aurelia is getting away with so much. Being level 16 already in both laners for Dominguez Hills, only being level 14, this Aurelia is massive. And there's really no way to stop this Aurelia, because she's just able to get turrets. The only way it could be stopped is if this Orianna just wave clears the minions, but you need this Orianna in the team fights, or else it's an automatic loss here. Ooh, look at this nice go for this Lucky. Aurelia here, a little bit of ultimate coming out, but just not enough damage. This Aurelia is way too fed. She also has Wit's End, actually, being able to negate so much magic damage from the fed Orianna and Lux. UAH here looking for the Baron pit. Ooh, wait, a little bit of 1v1 going on, but this Baron's gonna go down in UAH. Oh, Poppy ultimate!
Big Poppy ult coming down. DH will look to chase this down. No damage onto the Ahri. This Ahri choked down. Big Gnar ult onto the Kog'Maw. They will look to finish this down, but front to back on this Udyr. This Udyr is getting chunked down to about half HP. I can't see the Baron health bar. It's getting really, really close. The Gnar will go down, but so will the Ahri. A big kill onto the Kog'Maw. They're looking to finish this Baron. Who will get this Baron? Ah, DH get the Baron! Can they finish off this kill? And they're gonna kill onto the Udyr. This is absolutely massive from DH. I don't know how they got the Baron. That was absolutely massive. DH just buying enough time for them to maybe get this soul point.
Kevin, really the man of that team fight here, ulting away the Udyr, being able to steal the Baron and get the kill after. It just made the life of the Orianna and Caitlyn so much easier. Even with the Caitlyn out really early on in that team fight, actually. Being able to secure the Baron is really big. Oh, this fight really is getting a little bit cocky here. If they can land one more stun or something, she's dead meat. Oh, she's going in actually for the 1v3. I don't know why she went in. Maybe because Orianna movement speed with the W was going to get her regardless. That Lulu had no more shielding for her. So trying to get a little bit of a trade here. But overstepping this Aurelia, I think the being fed so early on might be getting to her head a little bit here.
I think if you're DH, if you don't look at Aurelia items, you're having a really good time. But yo, 4 items on this Aurelia already is kind of it. this Aurelia is insanely fed. That's where all the gold is. So it's kind of crazy. Tier 3 boots, 4 items, getting to be pretty tanky as well. Is that 4 items? Yes, it is 4 items. And this Gnar going for like a little more tanky build, or this might be like tank Gnar straight up. Oh, big find onto this Lulu. What do we have? What can we get off this?
Maybe get Vision.
The timing is a little off. If that kill was maybe about 20 seconds later, there'd be a good look for Dragon. All comes out. Can they chase this? Ahri having to flash. Oh, big stun! Oh, this is 2 kills. This is massive. Can we go Drake? Please, 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 please. I beg, I beg. Please. Please go Drake, por favor, please.
Snars also getting a lot of XP trying to get back into the game on the top side. He really needs to go to his rage bar. Ooh, Darvela going in by himself.
What is Aurelia doing? This Aurelia's in the pit. He is so tanky. Ult does come down. Oh, they find the kill onto Aurelia. They're going to push out this Udyr. This Udyr playing front to back. This guy's absolutely griefing. Respectfully, DH should be able to get this Drake. No jungler. TP comes in from the Gnar. Maybe not necessary, but who cares at this point? DH with Soul. The Aurelia is down. Can we farm, please? Can we farm? We have so much going for us. Just farm, please. This Aurelia, as time goes on, is extremely tanky, I will say, but the damage is no longer there. DH have a lot of poke. This Caitlyn 9-4 Ori, yo, do bot Pike, 8, 1, and 10, has the Zanyas. This is a really good game from him. The first game, I wouldn't say it was like a perfect game. It was the best game. You know, he kind of just played his role. In this one, he's absolutely taking over. I would say he's diffing this Ahri, at least in terms of stat line. And yeah, we just like, honestly, the DH method is just wait for the Aurelia to go in, chunk him out, and then just play front to back on the Udyr. Like, I think not having real engage from UAH is hurting them. They can't just kind of walk down on DH.
Yeah, especially with all these counter CC. This Lux can just root them. This Caitlyn can use her traps. This Poppy really negates this Irelia and Ahri here with the little anti-dash abilities. So it's looking a lot better for Dominguez. So it's actually up gold for the past like 2 minutes when they were down gold the rest of the game here. It looks like Dominguez Hill is just going to try to get vision on this top side. The Dragon no longer being a priority once they have that soul. This Irelia though is still going to beat this Gnar in the side lane, but that's fine. As long as Irelia is not in these team fights or nowhere near, then Dominguez is happy. Big root here. Ooh, bring the cleanse. A really good cleanse from the Kog'Maw here. But I really don't think it was necessary. I think this Lulu would have been able to protect him enough. So that is a really, really good route from Junior here. Looks like they might go onto this Irelia.
Oh, going onto this Aurelia, maybe finding Junior is on this backside, able to land the Q. That is absolutely massive. What a pick. Yo, this Aurelia is actually like, this Aurelia is actually griefing. If League was a one-on-one game, this Aurelia would be absolutely cooking, but it's 5v5. DH able to find that pick, maybe off of the vision. Yeah, this bottom side is warded, just able to find a kill on the Aurelia. Kind of no objectives to go for, but DH should be able to just poke out this mid wave, maybe looking for this tier 2. Gnar able to get this bot tier 1 as well. I'm not a big fan of this Udyr pick. I know we discussed the build previously. It went Deadman plate. Like, you just can't, like, walking on so hard. This Poppy maybe looking to engage. No, opting to thumbs up and leave instead. Honestly, DH need to keep playing this. They have a lot of leeway for 10 more seconds as they wait for this Aurelia. They should get this bot. Yeah, they're grouping on this bot tier 2 and they're going to base. Maybe to reset for Baron should be a beautiful thing, yeah. UAH will need to push out this bot side wave. DH will move towards the Baron. And yeah, this fight's going to be absolutely huge. This DH mid and bot side, I mean, if you just use your eyes and look at the screen, they are really, really fed.
Yeah, they're really fed, but I would never count out this Kog'Maw Lulu. This Kog'Maw Lulu combo, just even in solo queue, is just known as probably the most powerful late game bot lane in the game. So if this Kog'Maw is able to just free fire for a couple seconds, he could really take over this game. Ooh, Udyr landing a root onto the Urgot, but I'm on the Urgot onto the Udyr, but it does not matter.
Don't worry, it's you names, but we have this massive Baron fight. Is someone basing? Oh, no, I just got debated. We're not basing. This might be a huge fight here. I hear a lot of screaming outside the window. This Aurelia, especially this boss side, does he have TP up? He does. Maybe he's going to look to come group off this Gnar. Will have to pick it up. Does not have TP to match. I think UAH are in a little bit better position to play for this Baron. A lot of pinging going on, maybe to push this side. Can we look for Q on the Udyr? It doesn't land, but we are able to chunk him out for a decent bit. He's down a quarter. Can we find anything? No, Aurelia still on this side. If DH pull the trigger, Aurelia will TP it, and it could be an absolute mess. It will be 5v4. Look for the engage! Onto the Ari. The Ari goes down. This Aurelia's still on the bot side, but it's not really doing anything. Max is just playing his job, buying time. Maybe Max can stall him out. Do we have anything? Ult comes down onto the Aurelia, maybe forcing him off a little bit. This Aurelia kind of just able to ignore the Gnar. Stun doesn't land. This Aurelia will take the tower and start to hit the Gnar. Can we go Baron? Can we hit Baron? What can we do, Baron? We're hitting the Baron right now. Can Max stop the Aurelia TP? That's an inhib down. This Aurelia's kind of doing nothing, and DH do get the Baron. They just didn't pull the trigger at all. That was a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I think Dominguez has made the right call here going for the Baron play. This Aurelia is like, she's strong, but she's not gonna be able to do anything by herself. There's too much CC on the side of Dominguez Hills here. And I really do think that the Gnar should have gone for the minions a lot faster than trying to hit the Aurelia, because it would have just negated so much of that turret damage onto it. But really good play here from Dominguez Hills, trading the Baron for the bot lane inhibitor. They just need to capitalize on this Baron to make it worth it. And I think Dominguez Hills is perfectly capable of that. It looks like the older dragon is going to come up here. Both teams getting ready, getting prepped. Ooh, the Caitlyn is walking up to get the turrets. Traps down.
This Aurelia is split pushing this top side. Oh, big kill. Dude, what is the Ari doing? This Ari is like been caught so many times. DH should be able to get this Elder. This Aurelia is just pushing in this top wave, but dude, you need to your team needs you bad. All the gold is on you. You're just hitting the wave, and like this Elder already down to a quarter. UAH don't really have anything to pull the trigger. Big stun onto the Lulu, big root. This Caitlyn ult will come out. This Caitlyn ult just absolutely lands. The Elder, the Aurelia team is in like 20 seconds too late. Root comes down. This Aurelia should die front to back. They do get the Elder. Aurelia goes down. This unit goes down, and it's game over. End. Dude, what is the Aurelia doing? The Aurelia TPing in so late. His team is like 3v5 down, and he's so late to the party. Dude, the Aurelia played like 30 minutes of game to be so fed to not even join the team fight. That is absolutely crazy. And DH pushing this inhibitor, pushing in these waves. This should be the end. Ari shouldn't be able to clear these waves. Only Q. Luxo comes out. This should be game. Charm comes out. Q doesn't land. All has to be popped. Goes down to the Caitlyn. And it should be game over for DH as they move on to the next round of the playoffs.
Really well-played game here from Dominguez. So really outplaying in the macro sense against UAH. Is really well-played overall. Being able to negate this Aurelia was really good. And GG's. Good job, Dominguez, going on to the next round.
Hey guys, we're here with post-game interviews. If you want to introduce yourself, your role, and how long you've been playing here at DH.
I'm Doombot Pike. I'm the mid laner. I've been playing at DH this is the start of the semester. I really have to thank the team for giving a silver player a chance to play the game, but they've been really helpful in letting me learn the game. Shout out to Coach O'Bubby for helping me elevate from Silver 4 to Gold 1 until I demoted. But yeah, I'm a new player on the team.
Dude, rank is fake anyway, and in that second game especially, you went absolutely ballistic on the Oriana. How did that game feel relative, to game 1 and the rest of the season? Because I think that's probably the best game that I've seen you play so far.
Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of time and effort in trying to really diversify my champion pool. We saw it today. I kind of got banned out of a lot of my champions, and the Oriana definitely felt better in game 2. Game 2 was, I have to shout out UAH. They gave us a really tough fight. Thank you guys for playing us. It was great. It was a great fight. Game 2, I felt a little bit of a struggle until we got to the late game where I felt like let me just start pulling the trigger a little bit more, and it started going pretty good.
And so looking forward into next week, because you guys will have a game come up as you move forward through this playoffs, what are you looking to improve in your game? I know it's really a short-term thing, and you talked about previously or just right now about how you're trying to diversify your champ pool because they did target you specifically today. They banned out, your Galio. They banned out, was it your Fizz, I believe? They banned out pretty much like every one of your champs, and then so they banned out everything you've showed, and you pull out the Oriana. And so I guess, what are there any champs that you're looking to add to your pool, or what are you looking to improve going into next week?
Okay, yeah, I think I'm looking to maybe add I'm looking to add 1 or 2 more champs to my champ pool. I've really been eyeballing a few. I don't want to say it on stream because I want to keep it in the back pocket. I feel like I need to work on my laning phase just a little bit more. I definitely got harassed by that Diana early game 1. That was very tough. Shout out to the mid player. That was very good. But moving forward, I'm really hoping that we get to face off against Huntington. I'm very excited for a match with them. But hey, if it's not Huntington, I'm still looking forward to it.
For sure.
And so,
Okay.
And so, we just got confirmation that you guys will be playing against Huntington, so you will get the matchup that you wanted. Is there anything that you want to say? Maybe clip farm a little bit for some content. And what would you like to say for the fans that are watching today?
First off, clip content farming. I'm the unkillable Silver King. I think I proved that today. But as far as for the fans, thank you guys for tuning into the streams. It really helps us out. We really love and appreciate each and every person who comes in and tunes in. It really means a lot to us, and it keeps us motivated. We're doing this for you, for ourselves, obviously, but mostly for you because we want to make you guys proud on campus.
All right, for sure. I appreciate it, brother. Yo, get yo.
Let's go. I mean.
Yo, what is going on?
All right, so we're just going to be on this mic. We have our second player interview. If you want to introduce, this one right here. We're just going to introduce your name, your role, and your experience, like how many years you've played on the roster.
Got you. So my name's Dara, aka Kismet. I'm the ADC for Low Cardinal, and I joined this semester, so it's been pretty fun. Yeah.
All right, I was glazing you on the broadcast earlier. I think so far this season, with respect to all the guys, I think you've been my MVP in terms of consistency. I think really you haven't had a losing bot lane that I can remember off the top of my head. Yes, and so I know this is your first semester, but like, how has it been playing on the team so far?
Man, these guys are so coachable. These guys are so good. Shout out to my support, holding it down. You know what I'm saying, Junior? Yes, sir. Yeah, get him in here. This is my support. You know what I'm saying? The communication between everybody is so important. Me and my support talk about draft. We have a lot of different draft philosophies, but overall, we just work together, make some compromises, and ultimately, I trust this man. You know what I'm saying? I trust this man to hold it down. With my life, I trust him on damage. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to play bot lane. I think we worked around with tanks a lot, but both of us, we just need to be on carries. That's what we need to do. Sure. Yes, sir.
And so, like I said, you've been playing pretty well so far. But is there anything that you look to be working on as we go into this next week? Because there's always something that you could be working on, right?
Yes, sir. So I need to work on getting a pentakill versus Huntington. You know what I'm saying? I got a pentakill this game or this series. You know what I'm saying? I think our bot lane play, is immaculate. Our warding was just so good. Getting there before every objective, poking them out. You know what I'm saying? Itemizing. I think we're solid on that one. We just need to keep the momentum for the next game.
And then same thing as before. Anything you want to say for the fans for popping out?
You know what? Shout out to my Valorant, ex-Valorant team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out Charles. Shout out Dim. Shout out what was it? Hyro. Shout out Panini. Shout out Brianna. Everybody. Ender. You know, love y'all for the support. Maximus, I know you watching this shit. And my bad. You know, cut that. But also shout out to my team. You know what I'm saying? We can't really do it without them. That's it. Get everybody in here. Yeah. Get a mog in here. Oh, dang. Yes, sir. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. You guys watching us. You know, we're gonna make finals. We're gonna win it all for y'all. That's all I want to say. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say. Toros, all the fucking way.
I apologize.